Hello and welcome to Based in Kent, KMTV's live music show, brought to you this week by Bluesky Pie Records. I'm Josie Hannett and I'll be introducing you to some of Kent's freshest music acts playing for you live. They're all making their way into the music scene and they're all based right here in Kent. Today I'm joined in the studio by Folkestone beatboxer Jamie Cahill, who goes by the stage name of Church or Jungle. Jamie first burst onto the scene as a member of group Some Peep Show before making a mark in his own right with debut album The Great War, and we'll be hearing some of those tracks in a minute. But first, Jamie, thank you very much for coming and joining us today. Beatboxing, quite a niche form of music. When was that moment when you got into it and realised you're actually quite good?
Yeah, it was just something I sort of started doing, just kind of taught myself. I just basically found that I could hum like a tune and do a beat at the same time, and basically just sort of found myself entertaining some friends with it and that sort of thing. And yeah, at some point ended up getting into a band, which I didn't even know was possible to do with beatboxing, but luckily someone was interested, and that's how that sort of got started.
And a solo artist on your own now, Church or Jungle, where did that come from, the name?
It took a long time to come up with a name, but yeah, that basically came from me kind of looking at music like, is it something that's going to save me, or kind of something that's going to kind of get me more kind of ensnared in the jungle kind of thing. Yeah, that was it really.
And when you're playing for people, do you find that, you know, it is an acquired taste of music? Do you find you have a lot of fans, or sometimes does it take a bit longer to get people on board?
It's a good question actually. I don't know, I guess people are quite intrigued. I guess generally kind of like the sounds all coming from you. Sometimes they don't realise, sometimes they do. But yeah, no, I think you're right. It is a bit more niche, I guess. But I guess it was more, I use it kind of more for songs rather than just kind of like showy beatboxing stuff. It is just songs, just made out of my voice. So hopefully they're still, as long as they're decent songs, people can like relate to them and stuff. So.
And you use a loop machine, so that's obviously a lot of your voice, layers of your beats. And how does that become difficult when you're playing live in a situation like today?
Yeah, it's more tricky, definitely. Can be quite frustrating sometimes because it's because you're recording like live. It's also picking up stuff around from in the mic and stuff. So yeah, it can be tricky to kind of get a good sound, to be able to hear yourself, not get like feedback. So sometimes I do kind of hate it doing it with this, and but it's kind of my instrument, so I'm stuck with it for the moment.
And tell us about your first song that you're going to play for us.
First song is called Stress is a Killer, which is off my album The Great War. And yeah, it's kind of a track come from basically through quite a dark time really, and it's really just kind of like a question at yourself, like, what are you going to do sort of when you hit rock bottom sort of thing, how are you going to carry on, and it's kind of about that really.
Well, I'm looking forward to hearing it. Take it away.
Thank you. Stress is a killer. Stress is a killer. What you gonna do when the bottom drops out? You gonna fall down, you gonna look around, you gonna look up, you gonna think fast, people gonna walk past, they gonna leave ya. What you gonna do, what you gonna do when you get pulled apart, fall apart, oh, fall apart. That's what you are, not what you want. Stress is a killer. Oh, stress is a killer. it dawns on you one day in your life, in your life, when everything and everyone don't seem right. No, you can't sleep, so tired. When you sleep you don't breathe no air. When you wake up your eyes feel like shit, so you can't even see. I can't see, so you can't do your job. Now what? The thing that's been keeping you sane has nearly been lost. Oh God, stray. Ooh, 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 is a killer. Oh, stray. Ooh, ooh, is a killer. Pulled apart, body and mind. If it's God, surely not kind. Maybe I deserve it. I need to be taught a lesson. I don't seem to be learning. I don't seem to be learning nothing. I've been watching, I've been waiting, I've been trying to feel something, but all I felt is nothing. Maybe it's just evolution refining its baby. Either that or I'm crazy, and that wouldn't amaze me. No, but it sure as hell does faze me. I've been feeling so tired lately. Stray, scissor killer. Stray away, scissor killer.
So, Jamie, let's talk a bit about you performing as an artist. So, people watching this who might have heard that and enjoyed it, where can they come and see you?
So, I mean, you can check me out. I've got like a Facebook music page, obviously, which is facebook.com/church or jungle. A website, www.churchorjungle.co.uk. Also, Stress is a Killer, I've made a video that I'm really proud of, which you can find on YouTube as well. You can find that through my Facebook page. It's probably the easiest place. I'm playing at a festival this year called a Pitch Festival.
Okay.
That's currently the only thing I've got on the schedule, but yeah, I sort of play sort of like local gigs and stuff like that. And
yeah, and as an artist on your own, do you find, like we were saying earlier, when you're in a band, obviously you rely quite a lot on other people, but for yourself it's relying a lot on your voice, and I guess that gives you that extra edge, is that it is purely your voice, and you know, you don't sound like a lot of these folk bands out there, or these bands that, you know, are inspired by well-known artists.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think people sort of always get that comment, find it quite a relief that it's not another person with a guitar. Which I find as well sometimes, you know, it's always nice to have something different, and yeah, it's kind of all made out of my voice, so I don't sound like anybody else, and so yeah, no, it's
definitely unique. So tell us about your next song.
Next song is called This Is a Place, and it's kind of like, yeah, it's quite another dark sort of track, but it's kind of like you're in kind of like quite a dark sort of time, and it's kind of like knowing that you're right in the thick of it, but being conscious of it and actually going into it rather than trying to run away from it.
When you're ready.
Cool. La 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 la. As I walk through the darkness, There's no lightness, all I see is the red of thee, red of the rock. Am I in the dark? It's possible, it's definitely not cool. I walk this path, I feel the wrath beneath my feet. This world starts to collect on me heavily. My mind's ahead of me. This is a place I haven't been. This is a place I haven't been. Yeah, I thought I had, but now I see. Yeah, this is a place I haven't been. For the first time, I find myself in a real hell. First time in my life, lost my faith, fell down upon a knife.